Time to start the show off on a sour dour note, I guess. How's it going, everybody? It's Steven here. Welcome to Golden Stick, the show where we love to just sit down, discuss, and talk about the wonderful and amazing world we call hockey. So, as you guys know, one of the big teams that I like to focus on is the Washington Capitals. They're on the back of my my chair here. So, unfortunately, the Washington Capitals have been eliminated from the second round of the playoffs by the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, there's like two different sides to this thing that I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, you get the one side that's like, oh, this team is a fraud, this team sucks, this team's crap. And then you get the other side who are like, the real fans are like, dude, this is normal. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. Again, apologies, I'm dealing with a cold. It's like, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's one of these things where the Capitals are basically like, we are dominant and powerhouses in the regular season. Then come playoffs, we forget what a hockey rink looks like. And there's a lot of people making the comparison of like, in Ovechkin's 20-year career, he's only made it past the second round once. And it was in 2018 when we won the Cup. So everyone's like, so the Capitals have a 100% success rate when they make it past the second round. They just have to make it past the second round. Like, we have a success rate of 100% making it past the second round. We just can't do it. But hey, we made it past the second round. We beat Montreal. And this team was a phenomenal team. And our head coach, Spencer Carberry, was like, this group will not be the same next season. And many people believe he was talking about the players, but some people believe he was talking about the coaches because his main assistant coach, Mitch Love, is on the radar for a lot of vacancy jobs in the NHL, mainly Pittsburgh. Now, I hope he doesn't go. Like, if he leaves, that's a fair and good for him. Go get that, go get that head coach money. But I don't want him to be a part of Pittsburgh because, well, Pittsburgh, they're rivals of us. Like, duh. However, we did get one good thing from Pittsburgh this year, and I'm going to talk about it because I want to discuss. I'm looking here at their UFAs and RFAs coming into this year, coming into the offseason. There's one guy on the RFA. There's only one guy on the RFA, and that's Alexander Alexiev. Now, here's the thing. I personally think we should re-sign Alexiev. He didn't get a whole lot of play time. He played a lot in Hershey, but didn't get a whole lot of play time for the Caps. And then when he did play, when Martin Ferravari got injured, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Sure, he had some bad plays, but there were some times where he was one of the best defensemen we had on the ice. And I think with a little bit more training and under the protection, I'm going to say protection, of Spencer Carberry, he could be really good. And he could turn into an actual perfect first-round pick, which we got him. We got him in as the 31st pick, because there was only 31 teams then, in the 2018 draft. We won the Cup, and we got Alexander Alexiev, who used to play for the Red Deer Rebels, by the way. But, because you look at all the players that we used to have, like Connor McMichael, did not develop very well under our last coach. Then he comes to Spencer Carberry. McMichael has 2 back-to-back career-high years. McMichael had a career-high year. Wilson had a career-high year. Protas had a career-high year. Strome had a career-high year. Pierre-Luc Dubois, we get him in a trade. He has a career-high year. We just had Jacob Chychrun comes and has a career-high year. Logan Thompson comes and has a career year here in Washington. So I think with the coaching staff, and even if we have to get someone new to replace Mitch Love, under Spencer Carberry, Alexiev could be huge, and he could be a huge part to our core. And I'm looking also at the UFAs we have coming up. We have no defense and no goalies, but the UFAs we have Nicholas Backstrom, who basically essentially confirmed he's going to try to sign a one-year deal with the team he played for in Sweden. He's going to go back to Sweden. He's pretty much, unfortunately, done in the NHL. Same with TJ Oshie. He's also probably not going to be re-signed because I don't think he's coming back either. He's retired. So I think those two guys are going to basically retire, and those numbers are going to the rafters next year, 77 and 19. I know 77 kind of ran into a little bit of political trouble, as we all know. He is one of the ones who unfortunately voted for Trump, but if you put his political views aside and just focus on just his hockey career with the Caps, he deserves to be in the rafters. I know many people are not going to agree with that, but I think he does. Both him and Backstrom had Hall of Fame careers pretty much. They both deserve to be there. Then you have Andrew Mangiapane, who I really do like, but he fit really well in that third line. But again, he's one of those ones I would be totally fine with if you let him walk. Same with Lars Eller. Lars Eller, as beautiful as he was in 2018, he just hasn't hit that stride since. We traded him away. I think he went to Colorado for a little bit. Then from Colorado to, I want to say, Pittsburgh. And then from Pittsburgh, he came to us again. And he had some good points, good tips here and there. But apparently there was a lot of times where people were just like, he just wasn't into the vibes of the team. And I don't like using that word vibe, but it's like the team's here having fun, being energetic and motivating, and he's just always kind of like, whatever. Like many people wanted him gone, and like a lot of people wanted him gone. So I don't think he's going to get re-signed. The only person on this list out of Backstrom, Mangiapane, Oshie, Eller, Radish, and Beauvillier that I would love to see re-sign is Anthony Beauvillier. We get Beauvillier, and everyone's like, this is a stupid trade. Like, I think we traded him for like a third-round pick in either this year or next year's draft. And there's like, this is a stupid pick. Why would we do this? What the heck is wrong with our guy? Like, what the heck is wrong with Chris Patrick and Brian McClellan? Why did they get this guy? 5 games in, all of a sudden he's on the first line with Strome and Ovechkin putting up numbers. Everyone's like... And I remember all I see over social media is just people being like, yo, I want to apologize to Chris Patrick and Brian McClellan. I was not familiar with your guys' game. You guys, McClellan and Patrick know things that so many of us don't. And it's why they are the head of the team. Because they know how to make a good working team. Unfortunately, we can't make it far in the playoffs. But we don't need to worry about that right now. Because, like, Anthony Beauvillier, let's see. I'm on Puckpedia right now. Let's see if it'll show what his career year with us was. Regular season with the Washington Capitals. He played 18 games. He had 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. He was playing on the top line with us, though. Like, he was on the top line. So I think he's a good guy. I think we should give him a chance, give him another shot. Alexeyev, he played only 8 regular season games for us. But he's been really good. And I mean really good for us. So I think he, deserves another chance. It's just struggling here, but it's fine. But yeah, we look at our roster breakdown too. I'm looking at the roster breakdown. LTIR people, we also have Sonny Milano. He's not a UFA till 2027. Hopefully he can come back, or we unfortunately let him walk. Connor McMichael, we still got him. Like, I'm looking sorry. Look at all the people we have here. And like, many people believe Ovechkin's probably gonna retire at the end of this year. He won't. He'll play one more year and then that'll be it for him. I mean, man will be 40. We have Ovechkin, Pierre-Luc Dubois, Tom Wilson, Dylan Strome, Alexei Protas, Lars Eller. Eller let him walk. Connor McMichael, Brandon Duhaime, we still have him for another year, which is awesome. But, like, I'm looking at, like, next year, 2027. We have Ovechkin, who will probably retire by then. McMichael's a UFA. Brandon Duhaime's a UFA. Milano's a UFA. Ethan Frank's a UFA. We still have Ryan Leonard. On defense, John Carlson's a UFA. Trevor Van Riemsdyk is a UFA. Martin Ferravaro will be an RFA. Alexeyev is an RFA. We want him. Like, we have the team to do it, and I'm really liking our team, as we all know. So, but who do we got here? We have, like, Kuznetsov is a mutual termination, so that's -3 mil. But we, got that added to our thing. Non-roster forwards. All players in the NHL roster have their cap hit towards it. Okay, these are all of our non-roster forwards who are in the league. But I'm looking at this list, and I know that we are essentially going to be okay. The next few years, we're looking at players like, we have Tarek Parasak, who plays for the Prince George Cougars. We acquired him, I think, for like the 7th pick last year. 7th or 8th pick last year. Ivan Miroshnichenko, Zach Funk, Ikrix Makateko, Ilya Protas, Andrew Crystal. Unfortunately, none of our guys are in the Memorial Cup Championship, I just realized. Andrew Crystal had the chance, but unfortunately lost to the Medicine Hat Tigers, which I'm sorry, I'm not a huge fan of the Tigers, but yeah, look, Eli Protas, Andrew Crystal, we have Pierre Dube, who's pretty good. We have Hendrik Lapierre, Henrik Rubinski, Bogan Tiernev, Ryan Hoffer, Alexander Sutslev, Ludwig Pearson, Michael Scarbosa, Spencer Smallman, Riley Suter, Luke Phillip, Alex Lemos, Henrik Bjorkstrom, and Thomas Patrick. So we have some, like, really good guys. And then also on our defense, we do have Ethan Bear. We have Leon Mugley. We have Cam Allen. We have Vincent Diorio. We have Chase Prisky, Tobias Gracer, Ryan Chasely, who just signed contract with us, and David Gucciardi, however you say that name. And then for our non-roster goaltenders, we have Garn Bjorklund, Mitchell Gibson, and Shepard Hunter. Hunter Shepard. I read that wrong. But, like, I don't know. I'm looking at all of these guys, and then reserve non-roster. These are all guys. These are all guys we recently got, like Peter Sikora, Miroslav Satan, Brett Hyland, like all of these, like Cole Hudson signed. Like, these are all the guys we have to sign them by. But, like, I'm looking at, this is Puckpedia. These are all the teams. Our team for next year is looking, like, the next few years is looking good. Like, now, you cannot put today... Sorry, you cannot put... I don't know if that's, like, put today... Oh, I don't know how to say this. You can't put this year down as one of the worst. That's what I'm trying to say here. You cannot say that today or this year was bad. Because it wasn't. This was not a bad year, and I don't think it ever will be a bad year. And I don't know where the frick I'm going with this. Yep. I don't know where I'm going with this. My brain is foggy right now. But yeah, so Washington, unfortunately, their season ended early and things like that. But I don't think this is a season to be disappointed in. This really isn't. Like, the best non-cup season we've ever had was this year. Like, we had Ovi breaking the record. We had half of our team with career high years. Like, everyone was doing their part. Everyone was doing good. We just flopped a little bit in the playoffs. And as much as I hate to say it, if it's Florida, so Florida and Toronto recently, Toronto just tied it series of 3, so they have game 7. If Florida wins, I think Florida's going back to the Cup against Carolina. If Toronto wins, Carolina's going to the Cup. And as much as I hate to say it, I do not want to say this. I think Edmonton, if the Edmonton has to play Winnipeg, Edmonton's going to the Cup. And if they have to play Dallas, it could be close. But I think Edmonton. I think we might see a repeat of last year with an Edmonton-Florida final. That is 100% my idea. That's... Just being real with you, that is 100% my thought, my idea. And I don't want to say that, but it's true. And it sucks. But yeah. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, so roster counts, 10 remaining. So we have 8.6 million in cap space, apparently. Whew. Restricted free agent. Well, we're going to re-sign you. Okay. There's a lot of Puckpedia stuff. Maybe we'll do like a whole video on that another day. But anyways, yeah, so that's basically the end of it all is, yes, we unfortunately lost and did not go very far in the playoffs, but there's nothing to be, I honestly think there's nothing to be disappointed about. I think we did absolutely phenomenal. We did great. Washington did, like I said, really good this year, and I'm excited to see where the future takes us. As well as, so, if everybody retires, I think I read somewhere, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that, like, if Oshie retires, Backstrom retires, we don't re-sign Eller, we don't re-sign Mangiapane, we don't re-sign Radish, and we only re-sign like Bavillier, and we re-sign Alexander Alexiev, we could have somewhere between $22 million in cap space, is what I heard. Okay, I don't quote me on that, but that's just something I heard. Now, you know who would fit really well within those cap spaces? Two players who have potential to be really good and have potential to be star players. They go by the name of Brock Besser and Mitch Marner. Those are two guys. I'm going to be fully blunt and honest. I'm going to tilt the tides right here. Those are two guys I would love to see on the Capitals, is Mitch Marner and Brock Besser. 100%. Just full stop. But anyways, that's going to do it for me in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. I love and care for you all. And I will see you all in the next one. My name is Steven, and I'll see you next time.